This $15 part is about to destroy a $4,000 engine, and it happens to somebody every single day. Here is the uncomfortable truth about how cars die. Engines are almost never killed by big, expensive failures out of nowhere. They are killed by cheap parts. Every expensive piece of metal under your hood is protected by a small, replaceable guardian that costs less than a dinner out. And when that guardian fails and you keep driving, the expensive part pays the bill. By the end of this video, you will know all 8 of these cheap killers, what each one costs, exactly what it destroys, and the quick check that catches it in time. And stay for number 6, because that one is an $8 part that quietly murders $2,000 catalytic converters, and almost nobody changes it on schedule. 8 parts, counting up to the biggest killer of them all. Number 1. The thermostat. This is a $15 valve, about the size of a hockey puck, sitting between your engine and the radiator. Its whole job is to open when the engine warms up, so coolant can flow and carry the heat away. And when a thermostat dies, it usually dies closed. The coolant gets trapped inside the engine, the temperature needle starts climbing, and within minutes, you are cooking the engine in its own heat. Aluminum cylinder heads warp. The head gasket, which is just a thin sealing layer clamped between the head and the block, burns through. And now, coolant is mixing with oil, compression is leaking away, and the repair bill reads $2,000 to $4,000 on a part that would have cost you $15 and an hour of labor. The cruel part is that thermostats give you almost no warning. Maybe the heater blows lukewarm air. Maybe the temperature gauge acts a little restless, creeping higher on hills than it used to. That is your window. If your gauge has changed its habits, or your car takes forever to warm up, which usually means the thermostat is stuck open, the cheap fix is to just replace it. There is no repairing a thermostat, and no reason to try at this price. Treat it like an oil change item on an older car, and it will never get the chance to cook anything. But a stuck thermostat is not the only $15 part that can boil an engine alive, and the next one fails even more quietly. Number 2. The PCV valve. Most drivers have never heard of it, and that is exactly why it kills engines. PCV stands for positive crankcase ventilation. When your engine runs, a little combustion pressure always sneaks past the pistons into the crankcase, where the oil lives. That pressure has to go somewhere, so a small one-way valve, usually $10 to $20, vents it back into the intake to be burned. Simple, boring, critical. When the PCV valve clogs, pressure builds up inside the engine like a sealed kettle. And pressure always finds the weakest exit. It pushes oil out through the seals and gaskets, past the rear main seal, out of the valve cover, sometimes into hoses where oil should never be. First, you get leaks. Then you get burning oil and blue smoke. And on a lot of engines, the trapped, dirty vapors curdle the oil into sludge, which starves the top of the engine until camshafts and lifters grind themselves to death. All of that from a blocked $15 valve. The check is almost embarrassingly easy. On most engines, the PCV valve pulls straight out of the valve cover. Shake it. If it rattles, it is alive. If it is silent or gummed solid, replace it and move on with your life. Do that once a year, and this entire failure chain simply never starts. Number 3. The Serpentine belt. Open your hood and you will see one long rubber belt snaking around pulleys at the front of the engine. That single belt usually drives the alternator, the power steering pump, the air conditioning, and on many cars, the water pump. One rubber loop, maybe $30 to $75. Carrying half the life support systems of your vehicle. Now picture it snapping at highway speed. In 1 second, the battery light comes on because the alternator just died. And from that moment, the whole car is running on whatever charge is left in the battery, usually 20 to 40 minutes before everything shuts down. The steering goes heavy in your hands, and if that belt drives the water pump, coolant stops moving entirely, which means the engine starts overheating right now, not in 10 minutes. Add the tow truck, the dead battery, and the missed day of work, and that $30 belt just cost you a few $100s in collateral damage, even if the engine survives. Keep your foot down for a few more miles, and you are back at the head gasket story from number 1. Except this time, you are also stranded in the left lane with no power steering. Belts do not hide their age. Turn the belt slightly and look at the ribs side. Cracks across the ribs, glazing that looks shiny, chunks missing, fraying at the edges. Any of that means it is on borrowed time. Most belts are happy for 60,000 to 100,000 miles, but rubber is rubber. It ages even when the car sits. It is a $50 part and a 30-minute job on most cars. Change it on schedule, and while you are in there, glance at the tensioner pulley too, because a seized pulley eats new belts for breakfast. Number 4. The radiator cap. Yes, seriously, the cap. This might be the most underestimated $10 part on the entire car. That cap is not a lid. It is a calibrated pressure valve. Your cooling system is designed to run under pressure, because pressurized coolant can get well past its normal boiling point without actually boiling. Raise the pressure, raise the boiling point. That is the whole trick that lets a modern engine run hot and efficient without steaming like a kettle. When the spring in the cap weakens, the system cannot hold its rated pressure anymore. The boiling point drops, and on a hot day, in traffic, with the air conditioning working hard, your coolant starts boiling in situations where it never should. Boiling coolant means vapor pockets against hot metal, wild temperature spikes, coolant burping out into the overflow tank, and a slow, repeated overheating pattern that mystifies people for months. Drivers replace thermostats, water pumps, even radiators, chasing a ghost that was living under the cap the whole time. Mechanics have a saying about intermittent overheating. When nothing else makes sense, it is the cap. And every round of that boiling cycle is quietly stressing the head gasket, so the $10 part is not just annoying, it is compounding damage in the background. So here is the move. If your car is more than 8 or 10 years old and you have any hint of running warm, replace the cap first. It is the cheapest possible experiment. $10, 0 tools, 30 seconds, only ever opened on a completely cold engine. And if the underside of the cap is crusty, rusty, or the rubber seal looks chewed, you already have your answer. Number 5. The fuel filter. Somewhere between your fuel tank and your engine sits a filter whose job is to catch rust flakes, dirt, and debris before they reach the injectors. It costs $15 to $40. And here is what almost nobody explains. When that filter slowly clogs, it does not just filter, it strangles. Your electric fuel pump, which lives inside the tank, has to push fuel through that clogged filter every second the engine runs. The pump works harder, runs hotter, and wears out years ahead of schedule. Fuel pumps are $400 to $900 installed on most cars. So a $20 filter that never got changed quietly executes a $700 pump. You will feel the warning signs if you know what they are. Hesitation or stumbling under hard acceleration when fuel demand is highest. A high-pitched whine from the back of the car that gets louder over time. Long cranking before the engine catches. Losing power going uphill. Any of those, and the filter should be your first suspect, not your last. If your car has a serviceable filter, changing it every 30,000 to 60,000 miles is cheap insurance. Some newer cars bury the filter inside the tank as a lifetime part. And if that is you, the lesson shifts. Do not run the tank to fumes constantly, because the pump uses fuel for cooling, and running on empty makes it run hot. And now, number 6, the one I promised you, the $8 assassin. Spark plugs. People think of spark plugs as a tune-up item from their grandfather's era, but here is what a worn plug actually does on a modern engine. When the electrode gap wears too wide or the plug fouls, that cylinder starts to misfire. And every misfire sends raw, unburned gasoline straight down the exhaust pipe into the catalytic converter. The converter is basically a ceramic honeycomb coated in precious metals, and its operating logic is chemical. It needs clean exhaust at the right temperature. Feed it raw fuel, and that fuel ignites inside the converter, overheating the honeycomb until it melts, cracks, or crumbles. A melted catalytic converter is $1,500 to $2,500 on many cars, and on some, far more. All of that traced back to a spark plug that costs about $8. And this is why you never ignore a flashing check engine light. A steady light can mean many things, but a flashing one specifically means active misfire, which means the converter is being poisoned right now in real time. That is a stop driving signal, not a next month signal. And the converter is not even the only victim. A misfiring cylinder makes the ignition coil on top of that plug work overtime, arcing harder and harder through the worn gap. And coils are $50 to $150 each on modern engines. Worn plugs also quietly tax you at the pump, because an engine fighting weak spark burns measurably more fuel every single mile. The prevention is as boring as it gets. Change the plugs at the interval in your owner's manual, usually somewhere between 60,000 and 100,000 miles for modern iridium plugs, and use the exact type the engine calls for, not whatever was on sale. An afternoon and $60 in parts, and the $2,000 converter gets to live its full life. Number 7. Coolant hoses. Two big rubber hoses connect your engine to the radiator, with a handful of smaller ones running to the heater core and reservoir. $25 each, give or take. And every one of them is a pressurized rubber pipe carrying scalding coolant right next to a vibrating engine, baking through heat cycles every single day for years. Rubber does not last forever. It ages from the inside out, which is why a hose can look perfectly fine and still be one commute away from bursting. And when a hose lets go on the highway, you lose most of your coolant in under a minute. The gauge slams into the red, steam rolls out from under the hood, and the distance between you and a cooked head gasket is measured in seconds of stubbornness. The engine does not care that the failed part was a $25 tube. The good news is that hoses telegraph their condition if you actually touch them. On a cold engine, squeeze the big upper radiator hose. It should feel firm and springy. If it feels mushy and soft, crunchy like there is sand inside, or you can see it swelling into a bulge near the clamps, it is finished. Replace it. 10 years or 100,000 miles is a reasonable service life to have in your head. And carry this one habit forever. Glance under the car when you park. A small green, orange, or pink puddle today is a burst hose next month. And that brings us to number 8, the final boss of cheap parts and the single most famous engine killer in automotive history, the timing belt. Inside your engine, the crankshaft down below and the camshafts up top have to stay perfectly synchronized, so the valves open and close in exact rhythm with the pistons. On millions of engines, that synchronization is handled by a reinforced rubber belt that costs maybe $50 to $150 as a part. Now here is the detail that decides everything. Most modern engines are interference engines, which means the valves and the pistons pass through the same physical space, just never at the same time, as long as the belt keeps them in rhythm. The moment a timing belt snaps, that rhythm is gone. Pistons keep flying up while valves hang open in their path. Metal meets metal at thousands of RPM. Valves bend like paper straws. Pistons crack. Sometimes the cylinder head is destroyed outright. The engine does not stall gracefully. It dies mid-stride. And the repair is $3,000 to $5,000 if you are lucky, or a full engine replacement if you are not. And unlike almost everything else in this video, a timing belt gives you no symptoms. No noise, no warning light, no gradual decline. It just works perfectly, right up until the millisecond it does not. That is why the interval in your owner's manual, usually 60,000 to 105,000 miles, or 7 to 10 years, is not a suggestion. It is a countdown. And the years matter as much as the miles, because rubber ages even on a car that barely drives. Quick note before you panic. Many engines use a timing chain instead of a belt, and chains normally last the life of the engine, so check which one your engine has. It takes one search with your engine code. If you have a belt, and you bought the car used and cannot prove the belt was done, assume it was not, and do it now. Water pump and tensioners included while everything is apart, because the labor is the expensive half and you do not want to pay it twice. So there they are, 8 cheap parts, every one of them under $150, standing guard over engines worth thousands. The thermostat, the PCV valve, the serpentine belt, the radiator cap, the fuel filter, the spark plugs, the coolant hoses, and the timing belt. Notice the pattern, because it is the entire lesson of this video. Not one of these parts failed expensively. They failed cheap, and then neglect made them expensive. The difference between a $20 repair and a $4,000 repair was never luck. It was whether somebody looked. So steal this habit. Once a month, 5 minutes, cold engine. Squeeze the top hose. Glance at the belt. Check under the car for puddles. Shake the PCV valve once a year. Keep the maintenance schedule for plugs and the timing belt like it is a legal document. That tiny ritual will dodge almost every disaster on this list. Now be honest in the comments. Which one of these has already bitten you, and what did it cost? Somebody reading your story will check their car this weekend because of it. And subscribe, because the cheapest repair you will ever make is the one you saw coming.